Hey, Jason here from Simply Swider. If your Whirlpool washer door is locked solid and won't budge, you're not alone. This is actually one of the most common washer problems I see. In this video, I'll walk you through 7 proven methods to unlock that door, starting with the simplest fixes that work 80% of the time. Before we dive in, always ensure your washer is unplugged before attempting any repairs for your safety. Before we get started, if you run into any questions, jump into our Facebook group, links in the description. We've got thousands of people helping each other fix their appliances, and I pop in there daily to help out. All right, so we've all been there. You're doing laundry and realize you forgot to throw in that one shirt, so you hit pause to add it real quick. But then, boom, the door's locked tight and won't budge. Sometimes it's that safety feature doing its job, but other times something's gone wrong and you're stuck dealing with a locked door even after the cycle's done. Step 1 might sound almost too simple, but wait a full 10 minutes before trying anything else. This single step solves about 60% of locked door cases I encounter. Set a timer on your phone. Don't just guess at the time. Here's what's happening. Your washer needs time to completely stop that drum from spinning and hit 0 RPM. Once it does that, the motor tells the control board it's safe to unlock the door. But here's the kicker. If your water got really hot during that cycle, we're talking over 122 degrees, that door's going to stay locked until things cool down. I had this customer last month call me in a panic because her door wouldn't open after a hot wash cycle. Walked her through waiting 10 minutes, and sure enough, it clicked right open. So grab a coffee, give it some time, and see if that door releases on its own. Next up, let's check if you've accidentally hit that control lock button. This little feature prevents you from changing settings mid-cycle, but sometimes it keeps that door locked when you don't want it to. Look at your control panel for a button marked Control Lock. It might also show a padlock icon. Press and hold this button for exactly 3 seconds. Listen for either one long beep or 3 short beeps. That's your confirmation the lock is disabled. If you don't see a dedicated button, try holding the Start Pause button for 3 seconds instead. Once you hear that sound, try the door again. This is honestly one of the most common causes I see, and it's such an easy fix that'll save you a service call. All right, if waiting and checking the control lock didn't work, let's try a full system reset. Sometimes these washers just get confused and need to start fresh. Unplug your washer from the wall for exactly 45 minutes. This isn't just a suggestion, the control board needs this full time to discharge completely. If the outlet is hard to reach, flip the circuit breaker labeled for your washer instead. Pro tip: while you're waiting, this is a perfect time to clean your lint trap and check the drain hose for obvious kinks. After that reset time, plug it back in and see if the door opens. This reset basically takes everything back to factory settings and clears out any glitches that might be keeping that door locked. Now we're getting into some actual troubleshooting. If your door's still locked, we might be dealing with a faulty door lock latch on front loaders or a lid switch on top loaders. Safety checkpoint: confirm your washer has been unplugged for at least 10 minutes before starting. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver and a multimeter for this repair. Expect about 30 minutes for testing. Remove the front panel to access the door latch assembly. When testing with your multimeter, you're looking for a reading between 120 240 ohms for a working latch. Now, if you're not comfortable doing electrical testing, this might be where you call someone like me. But if the part tests bad and you want to replace it yourself, it's usually just a matter of disconnecting the wires and swapping in the new part. Just remember, if your washer's still under warranty, definitely call Whirlpool first before you start taking things apart. Here's something interesting. If your washer can't drain properly, that door is going to stay locked. Makes sense when you think about it. The washer doesn't want you opening the door with water still sitting in there. You might see error codes like E1F9 or F05E03 when this happens. First thing to try is running a spin and drain cycle to see if that clears the water out. But if that doesn't work, we need to look at the drain system. Check that drain hose for kinks. Sometimes they get twisted when you move the washer. Also, that drain pump filter can get clogged with lint and debris. You can clean that filter yourself, but if the actual drain pump's gone bad, you're looking at a more complex repair that might need a professional. This one's a bit more technical, but if your washer's making grinding or jittery noises and showing an E02F06 error, you might have a bad shift actuator motor. This motor helps control the washing action, and when it fails, it can jam that door shut. I'll be straight with you, this isn't a DIY repair for most folks. The motor's buried pretty deep in the washer, and you need to know what you're doing to avoid making things worse. If you're hearing those grinding sounds, it's probably time to call in a tech. The good news is this isn't super common, but when it happens, replacing that motor will get your washer back to working like new. All right, so if nothing else has worked, we can try manually unlocking that door. This is kind of a last resort, and you got to be careful not to damage anything. For front load washers, you'll need to remove the top panel and find the lock assembly. There should be a plastic tab you can pull to release the door. On top loaders, it's a bit more involved. You'll need to access the back of the machine and find what looks like a twirly cord near the drain pump. Now, I got to tell you, if you're not comfortable with mechanical work, don't attempt this. You can easily cause more damage than you fix, and that's going to cost you way more than just calling a repair guy in the first place. Now, you can see on the screen right now some of the most problematic models when it comes to door lock issues. The Whirlpool Duet series, especially those front loading units, seem to have more than their fair share of these problems. I've probably worked on hundreds of these things over the years. The direct drive models also pop up pretty frequently in my service calls, along with various top load washer series. Don't ask me how I know that, but these particular model lines just seem more prone to door lock malfunctions. The good news is that most of the fixes we've covered today will work on any of these units you see displayed here. There you have it. 7 proven methods to unlock your Whirlpool washer door. Remember our success order. 80% of problems are solved by waiting 10 minutes or disabling control lock. Another 15% need a system reset, and only 5% require parts replacement or professional help. Always start simple and work your way up. Remember, if your washer's still under warranty, definitely contact Whirlpool before you start taking things apart. And don't be a hero. Some of these repairs really do need a professional to avoid making things worse. If you guys know someone who's having appliance troubles, please send them the link to this video or a link to my channel where I have tons of other videos showing how to fix pretty common issues with appliances, sometimes for free or as little cost as possible. It sure beats having a repairman come out and spending several hundred for them to fix it when it could be something so simple. If this helped you get your washer door unlocked, hit that like button and drop a comment below. Let me know which fix worked for you. Really helps other people with the same problem. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'll get this out to more folks who need to save some time and money. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day.